All right, so we started. Yep. All right, so good morning, morning. See the mirror image turned off again. Left hand, right hand, right hand. There we go. All right. So I am now 6 months post-op, right, for the shoulder, and things are moving pretty well. I can't complain too much about it. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. Range of motion is coming back. Now, of course, I can't do anything straightforward. So I decided to have an elbow surgery, somewhere in the midst of my recovery from my shoulder, which I had talked about previously on a couple of the videos. First, let's talk about the shoulder. Things are progressing well. I had actually had my sister take some video in the gym one morning where I did bench press with dumbbells and then lat pull down in front of and then behind the neck. And the reason for the recording was so I could take it to my physical therapist and have that team take a look at my form to see if there's anything, any glaring weaknesses that I need to work on. The main thing they told me is I need to keep my core tight and keep my back straight. I was bowing a little bit on both exercises. Outside of that, the shoulder stability looked good, right? So 6 months post-op, back in the gym. I was back to jogging on occasion, stair stepper, lifting weights. The only thing really I had to be careful was like position, what position I have my arm in when doing different exercises, especially for chest and shoulders. There's some exercises that I haven't really attempted with any real weight, like doing a high row. I hadn't even messed with that one, just because that position, just getting in the position, a little uncomfortable for the shoulder. But I had started back to deadlifts. That was one of my biggest concerns with the bicep tenodesis was deadlifts. How soon I'd be able to get back to them, and then how much confidence I would have in the fix to be able to do them. So far, right now I'm out, but I haven't done anything extreme. I did get up to 225. I did like 2 sets of 6 at 225, and I didn't feel, there was no discomfort, there was no pain, there wasn't a sensation of pulling. I was worried I'd feel like the muscle trying to pull away from, or the tendon trying to pull away from the anchor, and none of that occurred. So I'm thankful for that. Now, having said that, I'm going to take it slow. I don't think I'll go above 225 anytime soon. I will just extend the rep range out towards the 15 to 20 end of the spectrum. Once I can get 15, 20 repetitions for 4 sets comfortably, then I'll start to add weight. But even at that point, I think I'm going to try to keep the reps 8 to 10, not going for strength right away, but instead slowly upping my weight and strengthening the tendon and muscles as I go. So I won't be trying to do any like 1 rep max, do 2s and 3s, nothing like that. Outside of that, shoulder's doing pretty well. I stopped physical therapy a couple weeks ago because I knew I was coming up on the elbow surgery. So I stopped going officially to physical therapy, which allowed other people to get in, and I continue physical therapy at home, right? So doing a lot of the same exercises. Now, today is Monday, so Thursday of last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm on day 5 of my recovery from my elbow. So they gave me this awesome, it's a half cast, right? So this part up here is just my skin is squishy, then I got a cast up underneath. What they had done is taken here, I wonder if I can even, yeah, I can. From what the doctor has said, I haven't seen it yet. I'll be in this thing for 2 weeks. What they had done is cut from about here to here, around the bend of the elbow, peeled it back, and then bisected the tricep tendon, opened the tricep tendon, pulled out a couple bones. I thought they were going to shave it down. I'm thinking like a Dremel. Man, that's awesome. No, it's like a surgical chisel and hammer. So they hammered this bone spur off of my elbow, sutured everything back up, and then put me in this. One thing I'm thankful for is the fact that I haven't had any severe swelling. My hand is a little swollen. I can feel that, and it has been so for 5 days. But my elbow, thankfully, has not swollen. One of the concerns was the bursa sac in the elbow getting inflamed, pushing a bunch of fluid to that area. Had that happened, that would have sucked a lot because then I would have to go in probably more than once to have it drained. And this big nasty needle and a reservoir on the end, it's no fun. I used to have that done on my knees when I played basketball. So I'm thankful for that. Something that does kind of suck, the fact that I'm in this thing for 2 weeks, right? So that's my range of motion right there. But the pain is starting to subside, which is good. And at the 2 week mark, when this comes off, then I can jump straight back into physical therapy to work on the tendon in my elbow area. The other good news is the fact that, as far as I know, it wasn't separated; it was just bisected. So it's just a matter of it growing back into itself and healing. So the healing process will be a lot faster for the elbow than it was for the shoulder. Another good thing is the fact that both of the injuries were on the same side. I couldn't imagine, having the shoulder clicking and then have this arm, in a friggin' sling for a couple of weeks. That would have been more than a little frustrating. So I figured once I get back into the gym, after I can get this thing off and I can start lifting again, I think it'll progress pretty quickly. The elbow will probably heal before the shoulder is completely done. At this point, I'm 6 months post-op for the shoulder. I'm hopeful that by the time I hit the 1 year mark, I will be 100% again, or as close to 100% as I can get physically. I actually plan on going to the gym tomorrow, even though I'm in this cast. I want this thing to just stink of sweat when they take it off at the doctor's office on the 17th. So I plan on maybe the Stairmaster. We'll see. Recumbent bicycle, right? So it's like a bike that has a seat like a chair, and you just reach your legs out. So I'll be doing that, and I can do some leg exercises. I'm not 100% on whether I can do right side workout. Just because after I sit for a little bit, when I stand up, all the blood starts to flow down to the elbow, and it throbs. It's pretty intense. At least it was the first few days. It's getting a little better. Pain management wise, I think I'm down to like 3 days worth of meds left. But today I only took one pain management pill this morning. And I'll probably take one this evening and then go back to trying to sleep in my bed rather than on the recliner. So I think that's really about it. There isn't... Oh, diet. So my diet's been a little bit cleaner for the elbow than it was with the shoulder. I'm definitely juicing more. So I've been drinking a lot of like fruit and vegetable juice that I make here at the house. A lot of bread. I don't know, I'm craving carbs. So a lot of like bagels and stuff, like bagel sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs. I had some pasta, vegetable pasta last night. So nothing too extreme, but I've cut a lot of like cakes and cookies and pies and all that ice cream that I was eating with the shoulder. I've cut that out for the elbow because I put on a couple pounds, and I don't want that. So today I was I like 230, 238, 237, somewhere around there. And I need to get that back down to about 225. And I figure by the time this comes off, a couple, 3 weeks after that, I should be back down around 225. So that's about it for today. I figured I'd make an update. That there isn't a whole lot of technical jargon or anything really that any knowledge that I'm trying to impart, because nothing really has happened, nothing much. So I figured I'd just make a quick one and let y'all know how things are going with the shoulder and with the elbow. All right, so as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything you want me to ask my doc or surgeon, or anything that you are aware of that I don't know or may not know, please share that information. I'm always open to suggestions and willing and happy to learn from others and their experiences also. All right, thanks for watching. God bless. Have a great day.